he is the last or the only true cleric in the world. He is the uh, avatar of the Raven Queen, and he there is a church to the Raven Queen in town, but it is a false church of which for which he is not none too happy. Um, so what we have.
So did you
So
digest seven
are
years
we
of
gonna
data?
burn down that fucking church or what? Where the fuck is
We'll
Google?
see that. I was thinking we could definitely get into that tonight for sure if Umbra would show up. Um,
That's why he was so eager to get to that fucking church last week.
oh yeah,
Mm.
Like he's
yeah.
like, Shudwell, fuck your family. They can all die. I gotta go to church. Like, dude, you gotta go to church that bad?
Yeah, that's the church.
Yes.
And Chudwell, you know the church quite well because your family manor is right there,
Yeah.
the Chudwell Manor.
Yeah, yeah, I see it. Thank you.
Uh, yep. Um, yeah, there are,
It's the little one.
and for those of you who weren't here, you
Where's your manor, Alstero?
Oh, my my manor
Yeah.
is all of Eel Town.
Fucking Eeltown again. Dude, what the fuck is Eeltown?
Eeltown. Yeah, that's
That little
Eeltown.
wonderful place under the sea where there's fucking seahorses and eels and a little coral reef and shit.
Eeltown is well, Chudwell, you would know Eeltown is on the northern banks. It is unprotected by the city walls, um, so it's a somewhat a dangerous place to live given the current situation that there is a zombie apocalypse. It is inhabited by uh, a lot of the lower end fishing communities. It is they're the clammers. They are the common fishermen.
That's where the poor people live.
Yes, a lot of poor people.
Alstero's a poor person.
He is from one of the more poorer areas. The
Go
two
sort,
most
go sort my garbage.
important are Eeltown to the north, uh, and then there is also to the south the shanties, which is like overflow housing that has been built for people that cannot afford to live within
That's
the
that's the
protection.
ghetto.
Even more poor people.
Yes, and the shanties is generally considered more poor than Eeltown. Eeltown is like they're fishermen. They do a lot of stuff. The shanties, it's a lot of it's like it's almost like a homeless city. It's just you know uh,
It's
pan,
L.A.
yeah
It's
yeah
LA. Yeah.
no
I am originally from LA. I mean the shanty.
I just drove through LA. That place is pretty fucking nice.
No, I live here in Southern California, and let me
In
tell
fact,
you, it looks
in
like a
fact, I
fucking
think
shithole.
I
I'm
originally
gonna move there as soon as
from
possible, dude.
East LA.
Where in Southern California you live?
Corona, like the virus.
Born in
Oh,
East
I'm not moving. I'm not moving to Corona Town.
Shanties.
it's lovely.
Cool.
No, I want to live by the beach, dude.
So
Sorry, that was out of character.
the I'm sorry, our priest won't make it tonight. His
Okay,
computer is not working.
okay. We do have uh, other scenarios going on. One of which was Chudwell. Last week, um, Chudwell, he is, he is from a somewhat influential family that is trying to climb higher in the ranks of Carrick's Cross's aristocracy, and he brought to their attention the fact that there was going to be a possible coup in place, to which his family seemed none too pleased at that proposition, being that they had been spending years trying to get themselves in the good graces of Prince Zeech and the current rulership. Um, Now, thanks to the quick thinking and charisma of Stone, who is also another Carrick's Cross native and somewhat renowned as a military man in the area, more by the rank and file than by the aristocracy, he convinced Chudwell's family to leave their manor due to the fact that there was going to be possible reprisals against those who were loyal to Zeech. That was enough to convince them, oh, yes, well, perhaps we should be leaving. Right now, there are other groups in play. Let's see now. And it all depends. Well, there is Umbra's group, but then you have heard, and Alistero, who probably got his most. He was a former courier and the ranger for the city of Carrack's Cross, running goods and messages back and forth to the outlying territories and cities. Um, and so he has his ear to the ground, so to speak, more so I think than probably any of the other characters. And you have heard that. Well, you know that one of the anyone who is going to make a play for any sort of coup or rulership is going to have to somehow get the militia on their side. The militia right now currently stands at, excuse me, 400 soldiers.
Okay, and so does Guard Sergeant Rezik Lenier have any ties?
Yes. Yeah. He's said from the last conversation that you had with him, which was basically you revealed yourselves that the real Raven Queen is actually here in the form of Umbra and is going to be making changes and is going to try to overthrow this false church. He said that he has 20 men, 20 veterans that are, loyal to the core. He may be able to get more, but he would not count on them because at this point, revealing any sort of plan, if it were to be revealed, would certainly be certain death. If you can see here on the map, here, there are these things here and here, and they call them the scarecrows, and they are bodies of people that have basically not to have any sort of ill will or people that are sowing discontent or indication that seems unfavorable to the current regime. They take the
Okay.
people and crucify them along the major thoroughfare and just let their bodies rot. And if anybody goes to try to offer any assistance to them, they, they will see those people like nobody knows how it happened, but then they will usually see those people crucified beside them the next day. It's nobody has proof of it, but it's more or less known for a fact that all of these things are being done by the group. They call them the Blessed Angels of Carrick's Cross, and they reside in the Angels tree up there. Um, and here I've got a picture of the Blessed Angels. They are very beautiful looking female women with wings, almost like what you would consider an angel. However, their intention and they're notorious for being remarkably cruel. Um, and obviously, if they are uh, crucifying people along the streets, that is something they seem to be very.
Yeah. So,
Dungeon
so
Master, let me get this straight though. They are female women, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But they're not human.
I just wanted to make that clear.
They are. Let's see. Hold on.
There's a picture, yeah.
How do I show two players?
That was just me. That was just me being silly, by the way. You said female women, and that it just made me laugh.
Female woman. I guess.
Sorry.
little redundancy there.
I was a little bit of a smartass, and
Oh, here's the. I got the blessed angel. At least I'm showing it
You
on my end.
take an inspiration point. I'm sorry.
Well, here we go. Show the players. Boom.
Whoa.
So that is kind of what they look like.
That is a
definitely
female
a
woman.
female woman.
Yes, that is a female woman.
I see now why the adjective was used. My
Yes, they are remarkably beautiful, but then also, like people say, don't let that fool you. They are also notorious for being cruel and cold-hearted.
They have
Uh,
horns.
Okay, so
Finding people unite, that kind of thing.
real quick, um, what have I heard through the grapevine, so to speak, of Beakrus and the Red Hands?
Aha. Um,
Good pull, by the way. I don't remember the. I just barely remember that now.
yeah,
Notes for the win.
Notes for the win.
Good old bee crust.
That's just Chris. That's not fair.
so you've heard now that the Red Hand has been after recent events, they have been absorbed by another group called the Valor Guard. The Valor Guard,
Valor.
yeah, Valor.
Valor.
Yeah, VALOR, the Valor Guard. It's a group of cutthroat mercenaries with a noble sounding name. And they are, it looks like they're trying to consolidate their position and their power. One of the things that they did was grabbing one of the largest groups and forming it into their own ranks, being the Red Hand.
Hmm. Okay.
The rumor has it that Dykstra, who is the head of the Valor Guard, um, wants Hoff of Hoff Solutions. Hoff is he's you actually met him. You saw him briefly at Prince Zitu's big gala.
Okay.
He is like the middleman. So
Oh
basically,
yeah,
they
owner of
want to
Hop
hire
Solutions.
a
He's the
mercenary group.
fence. He's
Yes,
the fence. Yeah.
yes, for the different mercenary groups.
Okay.
Uh, it sounds like the rumor has it that he's going to be making a play to eliminate and possibly take over for Hop because he looks at Hop as well. This guy is taking a cut out of everything, just being saying, "Hey, you need mercenaries, you got to go through me." Um,
Okay.
uh,
So could just theoretically, uh, knowing Hoff, could I tip his hand and possibly get stage a coup, so to speak, amongst the mercenaries by tipping Hoff off to the
um,
to the fact that he's about to get supplanted?
yes, I mean that you certainly could. Um, Let me find where is. Let me reread the description of Hoff to you, because I know he is certainly an odd duck. Um, where is Hoff? Ah,
Because I've mainly dealt with Scabface, who is the face of
yeah,
Hoff
Hoff.
Solutions.
Yeah. He's the guy. Yeah, Hoff is like one of these. He's like never sleeps in the same place twice. Um, he is very, very difficult to get a hold of. Always uses a go-between. Should you be able to actually get a hold of him, um, yeah, that would be uh,
Through Scabface.
yeah. Looking this up here.
And keep in mind that time is going to be of the essence in any of our any of the decisions we end up making here, because we have a Titan on its way here, ready to destroy the entire city unless we do something to intercede.
Yes.
So that can be.
Just let me know when it's Chudwell's turn to got a lot of talking to do.
Right. So hostile mercenary companies are common in Carrack's Cross. A mercenary band typically consists of up to a dozen or more grizzled ex-soldiers or bandits who follow the lead of a veteran. Few have headquarters, and when they are not in the field, they spend their time scattered among various inns and brothels in town. One of the few exceptions is the squat, ugly building in town known as Hoff's Solutions. Hoff is a foul-mannered and slightly insane retired mercenary who's managed to gather together no fewer than 14 different mercenary bands. Leaders of these bands are allowed to stay in the barracks, and anyone who wishes to hire a band can do so by speaking to Hoff's assistant in the front room, the horribly scarred gnome named Scatface. And yes, it is very, very difficult to pin down Hoff as, like I said, he is, well, perhaps more than slightly insane. He is, yeah, probably more like fully insane. But yes, he does seem to have a lot of pull, banding together a lot of these smaller, like dozen or so small companies of men. And yeah.
Do I know where does she in the city? Is Lashana in the city?
Yeah, I was just.
Or would we know a way to?
Yeah, how we would track her down.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've been talking on the sides here.
Her manor is actually, I believe it's 28 here. I believe that is the manor of Lashana. Let me double check. Schmoop-a-doop-doop.
Man,
Also,
your manor is like better than the Chudwell manor.
right?
Oh,
Probably.
yeah.
But also, when Chudwell gets a chance to speak to his friends, Chudwell knows some people in town who can help us. Maybe now's a good time. So,
Yes, yes,
am I still in the alley behind my house? Like where? That's the last thing I remember. Like hiding in the alley while Landorian went into my parents' house.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
right.
her estate is called Mistwall Manor.
And that
and
is
it is one of
28.
the very few estates that has survived hundreds of years basically untouched. It's got its own separate, wall. A lot of the city was destroyed and rebuilt as the natives of Carrack's Cross know that back when the city resided in the Shadowfell, there was a major civil war going on, and the city changed hands numerous times, destroying much of the city in the process. But Mistwall Manor managed to survive the entire time. That is the current residence of Lashana.
Okay, so perhaps Erevan, Landorian, you could both go and speak with Lashana. I should try and get in touch with Hoff or Scabface and reach out to Hoff through Scabface. Chudwell, I believe you and Stone could probably take actions of your own to mobilize city guard and people.
Yes, I'm friends with the commanders of the East and West Watch, the Rangers, and they have many veteran fighters that could join us. They've been vocal against Prince Zeet and are dissatisfied with his rule.
I certainly have some local connections I can make contact with.
Perfect. So each of us should be about these tasks quickly. Therefore, we might actually get mobilized before our Titan arrives. And well, let's get this happening before the Titan arrives.
Agreed. I will do that right now.
Yes, now that we've got Chudwell's family in the bag, so to speak, Erevan, I'm sorry. So, Dungeon Master, do I know where to look for Lashana? She has a house, right? Like she's got a place here.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, basically everybody she's a local celebrity. Like everybody knows that Mistwall Manor is where Lashana lives, and that's
Okay,
where
that's
she's.
right. You said so in the chat. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, I may be able to expedite, but for now, what time of day is it?
Probably approaching midday.
Okay. Boy, we can't
No,
really.
you know what? It's mid-morning because you guys used the House of the Black Lanterns to teleport, and it took about 5 or 6 hours, and it was a little bit past midnight at that time. So I would actually say it's probably early morning. Actually, probably about 3, so say 8, 9 a.m. Also, I guess mid-morning.
Okay. Cool. So Alistaro, anyways, is going to go and try and find Scabface or Hoff, ultimately. But that's what I'll be doing.
All right.
I am trying to find out if I have a spell.
Are you going by yourself? You take anybody with you?
My cat. I'll take the cat. Other than that,
I can go
No.
because I don't have anybody in town that I would know. May not be a good idea.
I don't know that would be helpful.
I would say the rest of us should keep him away from leggy humans.
Well, you
Of either gender, really.
Hop.
I was just looking to go somewhere. Find some humans. We're in a human city. But Hoff is a dwarf, no?
Mm-hmm.
Dungeon Master, I just sent you what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Fuck. So I'm getting stuck with.
Alex,
Oh God.
Alistaro was just thinking of the damage that could happen.
I'm getting stuck with Thibbledorf Plant.
All right.
Glen Dorian, we heading straight over there?
Yes, I've got something that can maybe expedite our search.
Very well.
Yeah, make sure you wear your cowl today, brother.
Oh.
And with that, I'll pull the hood up over my ears.
I'll just use some basic disguising techniques and do the same.
I'll be like, really? You have makeup?
Have your tucking method I use. I'll have to shave.
Oh, you elves.
Does it involve dental floss?
Yes. Trying to maybe take on a rougher gait of walk so as not to appear so lithe and nimble and foot. We'll head over towards Mistwall Manor.
3 distinct limps I like to use in scenarios like this. Tell me which one you prefer.
Oh, that's very good. That one. I think I might be able to pick you out as a fake there. So let's try the third one. Definitely the third one. I think you've got the most practice with that.
The third one, yes. Okay, yes. I call that the stank. I call that the stank leg.
Well, we'll go with Alistaro. You were the first to say you wanted to go and check out Hoff Solutions with Thargreg. And so you can go over to Hoff Solutions, which is right over, I believe it's 15 on the map. Let me double check. It is indeed. No, it's 18. Sorry.
18. Okay.
Which is, I think it's still on the Street of Smiles. Yeah, it's right here. The Street of Smiles, of course, got its name because that is where most of the brothels are, and and also coincidentally where most of the mercenary companies tend to have their.
Imagine.
Mhm.
That's unreal.
It's again, it does not take you long to get there. You can book passage on a ferry going across. You are, you're well enough known, especially now, but even before the events at the manor, where you do not have to pay for any charge, as normally it would cost, you know, a bit, which is like a copper to take the ferry across uh, the channel there into the city proper. You ride for free. They just say, "Oh yeah, come on, yeah." You know enough people that you do not have to pay for such privilege.
Cool.
You get.
Mhm. I'll I'll tip the guys along the way, anyways.
Okay.
And say, spread it to your families.
They say, yeah, thank you very much, sir. Our families will be much appreciating this. And they get you across safely. Um, Although you do see, as is normal on most of these trips, the channel is rife with fish and fishing boats, and you also do see some. You see the back of a 20-foot crocodile as it surfaces to chomp and swallow completely an entire goose that was resting on the surface of the water, and that is pretty standard stuff. You make yourself all the way over to Hoff Solution. You get into the city. Um, the city itself is again this side of the city. It's got all the fish smells, but it's got the smells of the fisheries and the docks mixed in with sort of cloying scent of perfume and powder of the brothels that also uh, inhabit this region of the city. And you make your way over to Hoff Solutions. Here we go. Get some background music there. Getting there, you open the door, and sure enough, you see the horribly scarred visage of Scabface standing behind the front desk. He has got what looks like two sort of brutish guys milling about behind him. One is literally sitting there, like twiddling his thumb and looking very intently at it, as though he is in some sort of mental game of capitulation with himself. And another slighter built fellow who appears to be organizing some different scrolls and pieces of parchment in a large honeycomb type filing system behind the desk. And Scabface looks at you and he's like,
Ah, yes. Oh, I recognize this one. Oh, this is the name. The name is Alexandros. No. You are the courier. You're the courier who used to make the runs out to the Ogrefisk Hills. Your name is Alistero. Yes, Alistero. Yes. What can we do for you? Are you looking for employ? Oh, come on up. All we need, prick your thumb, put your fingerprints on the contract, and we'll have employ for you in no time.
Scabface. I bring word for your master. I need to speak with him directly and quickly.
What do you have that would be so interesting, that would require the attention of a man as illustrious and difficult to get a hold of as the great Hoff?
Well, that is something of such importance that I'm afraid I cannot speak of it here.
No. I'm sorry. This just will not do. You see, Hoff entrusts me to take care of all manners and things in his name. So I'm sure if you tell me, I will ascertain the importance of said request and uh, expedite it to the proper channels to make sure it needs his immediate attention. It will, rest assured, get his immediate attention. But you please feel free, as though you were talking to Hoff himself. Lay your burdens upon my humble brow.
I'd like to roll a perception check to A, get a lay of this area, B, the no doubt gentleman that I'm speaking with right now, and C, just kind of like what are the chances of me being able to either force or bluff my way past him?
First, give me an insight check on Scabface to see how truthful he is being as far as his importance and as the go-between.
So can I roll that insight as if it were perception?
Well, that would definitely be just an insight. You can use your perception for gathering the general surroundings of the area that you are in, and you can roll them both.
Damn it. All right. There's that.
Oh,
I'll take it.
that's not bad.
There's that. And I'll take it.
Wow. Okay. So you do discern that Scabface is being very truthful. You don't detect any sort of deception in his in what he's saying. It sounds like it is true that he is the de facto ruler of Hoff Solutions in lieu of Hoff himself whenever Hoff is not here. And now, as far as deceiving or intimidating him, well, that would be the next step, because you all I can say, that would be up to you to decide. All I can say is that he is being forthright in saying that this is usually the situation. Like, people do not go and see Hoff. People come in, if they need to say something to Hoff, they say it to Scabface, and Scabface then moves it on up the line. But the surroundings, besides the two guys who are obviously there as bodyguards. One of them, the big guy, who seems to be just absolutely entranced by his own thumbs, looks to be possibly a half orc or half ogre in heritage. He is sort of a hulking figure, and even hunched over as he is, kind of crouched up in the corner. He casts a pretty imposing shadow. You would guess he is probably maybe somewhere between 7th and 10th level in skill level.
He's a bit of a brute.
Yeah.
So am I.
He's definitely like an earth mover type guy. The slighter built guy, you can tell by the deftness of his movements. He is basically the antithesis of the big brute. He is very light on his feet, very dexterous. As you see him just kind of, folding up these parchments and zipping them into this honeycomb thing, just one after another, and just kind of, with all the dexterity of, a postmaster general. He's just zinging these things back and forth. But you also notice that along his hips, he has a bandolier of daggers, which you can only imagine he can fling those with as much dexterity and accuracy as he's doing these bits of parchment. So,
did you say a bandolier of daggers?
A bandolier of daggers.
That's a great idea. It's a great idea. I got a lot of appreciation for that.
You're like, let me jot this shit down. And you also notice that there is a it's not a secret or a hidden door, but it's somewhat concealed door. It's right behind one of the bookshelves, off to the left, and you can see a little bit of a breeze coming through. It's actually right to the right of this big hulking figure, and because you can kind of see the breeze as it's picking up the kind of shoulder length, miscut, kind of patchy hair that he has on his head. As it's the breeze from behind is actually, periodically blowing his hair. Possibly, you would guess that is maybe where there are other of the mercenaries stationed, because you know that there is a barracks
Okay.
in this facility as well.
Sure. Okay. So in a if he's far enough away from anybody else, any of the other guys to hear, if I were to whisper to him, like, lean in close and whisper. Otherwise, I'll like very casually, like, sort of draw him away from the other people and
Oh
say,
no, I think you could do it. You could whisper to him, especially if you were to motion to him, like, he'll lean in. This
okay,
obviously he's used to passing along sensitive information. So
right. I bring word of a a design on your master's life, and to basically supplant him with another. And I think this
uh,
information might be, well, most well received.
roll a uh, is it persuasion with advantage
Okay.
due to your getting 20 or above on both insight and perception.
Yeah. That's what you get.
He says,
Yeah, I see. You know, my employer is not unused to different threats upon his life. Perhaps you could tell me the name of who it is, and I shall pass on the information to him and let him know exactly who it was who did him such a great favor. And the favor shall be returned in kind.
Uh, and so, sorry, who was it that was uh, looking to
Dykstra, Dykstra.
Dykstra, and Hoff would know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Dykstra is looking to basically take over your master's position and become the fence for all of the mercenaries here in the city.
When you see him, he looks at you and he says,
Really?
he says,
Truth be told, we have had inklings that might be the scenario that would be unfolding. It's quite disturbing to think that such an upstart would try to usurp such an upstanding member of the community, not only in the mercenaries, but just the community at large here in Carrack's Cross. But I shall absolutely pass along this information, and as a token, in good faith, of things to come, should more such useful information reach your ears. Here, please accept this as a gift from the very generous Hoff.
and you see him. He pulls out from underneath the desk a plump leather coin purse, and slides it over to you. And he was like,
Please take it with our compliments.
and it's It's kind of hard to look at him. His face is all just gnarly and scarred.
So this is just basically a payoff, like a bunch of coin.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's a big bag of coins.
I'm gonna put my hand over it and casually push it back towards him and say, in truth, I think it would be best if we just say that this is a favor owed back. How does that sound?
Interesting. Did you have a particular favor in mind? Is there perhaps a certain someone that is making your life difficult that might make your life easier, or should they happen to disappear?
I just start chuckling.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I feel like I may be onto something, as the dwarf has seems to be in agreement. Yes.
There's actually a certain many someones. Let me just say, when the time comes, I will let you know. Does that sound fair?
I'd like to roll for my intimidating presence.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I don't know what I'm supposed to roll though, because it says choose a creature that you see within 30 feet. If the creature can see or hear you, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw equal to 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my charisma modifier, or be frightened of you until the end of my turn.
And frightened, let's see, what is the frightened means? Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of the fear is within sight. Cannot willingly move towards the source. Ooh, that's an interesting ability to use in non-combat situations. I like it.
Well, because he's in negotiation with Alistaro, I'd like him to be completely off his game moving forward here.
Yeah. I always kind of pictured the dwarf character as the Irishman from Braveheart.
Yeah, it's my island.
Yeah,
it's my island.
My island.
When he said, "Is there somebody?"
I don't know, Lord, I'll ask him.
I'm like, nothing frightens us. So that's kind of where I'm at this point. So he needs to roll a wisdom saving throw equal to 8 plus my proficiency. I don't know what that is, my proficiency bonus.
It's going to be on your character sheet, I believe, on the very first page.
My core stats.
Core stats, yep. So proficiency bonus is overall level proficiency. It's overall levels 18, proficiency bonus is 6. So it's 14 plus your charisma modifier, which is at a 0. So it's a saving throw of 14. So here we go. I'll roll this out in the open.
He doesn't have a very high level of intimidation. Well, because my charisma is low, right?
Right.
It could be better.
Ooh, I was
he only rolled a 2.
So he rolled a 2. Yes. Yeah. So he failed it, and you can see he's kind of looking at you, and he's looking at Alistero, and he's like,
yes, the dwarf seems to be in agreement. Yeah, yes. No. That is fine. You can stay there. That's very good. Very good. No, you don't need to come closer.
I'll kind of make a motion to the dwarf, like motion. That's thank you. That's good enough.
I'm gonna look at the big orc next. Just look at him.
He is lost in.
He don't know what the fuck.
He has no clue what's going on. He is just absolutely enthralled by. It's like somebody just taught him twiddling his fingers yesterday. Yeah.
It's the greatest game ever.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll just be like, just keep in mind that Hoff Solutions owes a favor, and it will come relatively soon.
He says, absolutely. Hoff always repays. And please, please, we shall honor your request and take the coin as well. You look like you could use perhaps a new tunic. Just saying. It would be nice. You know, you might have new representation in the future. So please.
You are very kind.
Yes.
Perhaps a bath as well.
Take a bath.
Just dump the
I got a
dwarf in
question.
oil. Just dump him in oil to
No.
clean his armor.
Are there any
You can do
human
nothing for
women?
him.
No, there are no human women in the storefront at the moment.
I'm asking him.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll make my departure and try and drag Thargrog along.
Gotcha.
I'm going willingly.
Let's do. Looking for notes here. Notes. Oh, how did I put that? Here we go.
It's quiet. A little too quiet.
I'm reading about berserkers because I don't know shit about them. Barbarians. I don't play barbarians very often. So I'm like, what the fuck do these guys do? Besides hit shit.
That's pretty much all they do. Yeah, they're fun.
Well, they have intimidating presence.
I will say, experiencing the previous person who played this character, they basically are dwarven spiked creatures that like to give hugs.
Yeah.
Well, they
And
actually
can jump
have
like
pretty,
you wouldn't believe.
They
They have
jump into hugs.
They have some pretty cool things they do. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's some fucking cool shit they do. I
The
mean, he's not very
dwarfapult is a
smart.
thing.
Yeah.
He's not very smart, but he sure does do some cool shit. I mean,
All right.
Yeah,
So then Erevan and I would like to head to what was it? What was it? Mistwall something or other?
You can't really play that dwarf character wrong. Like, it's not really possible.
you guys give me the greatest gifts. Here's something you can't fuck up.
It's honestly true.
So, Erevan, do we just play this like now's the time for Uprising, Lashana, or do we try to? I mean, how do we want to handle this? I believe now's the time, and she just needs to know. I don't believe there's any reason to try to keep that from her.
Let's hear her out first. You know, maybe we'll get some information from her that we don't know previously. We've been away for a second.
I suppose. Well, when DM, when we are close to what was it, whatever the name of that place was.
Definitely want to cut to the chase, though. Yes.
Yeah. Whenever we're close to that, I can't remember. I can't
The
find
manor.
The
Yeah,
manor.
28.
Wall Manor.
Mistwall Manor, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I will BRB. Got to take a piss break. I am foaming at the gills.
I'm actually, for those watching, I'm gonna take the opportunity. I'm gonna mess with the resolution settings to see if I can stop dropping so many frames. So I'm going to
Don't drop the frame.
be right back.
And as
Cool.
he does that, I take a dance break. No, I don't. No, I don't.
No dance break.
At least not from me.
Dude, you should totally have a dance break. I don't know what you're talking about.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
I love you, man.
No recommended changes. Interesting.
It says, "Get better internet, America."
Who says that? Huh, okay. So we call that dangerous and stupid. Yeah, it won't let me adjust anything for the frame rate while we're actually streaming, so I'll have to fix that for next time, I guess. So yeah, I think that we're gonna have to basically we need to the sky is falling to whoever we talk to, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine. Like just basically try and coordinate. Maybe like noon, like high noon, or sundown, or something like have a no nonsense, like this is the moment kind of, like this is the rallying cry that
Yeah.
nobody can mistake.
So the way I see it, guys, is that we have today and then tomorrow, right? That's it. And then
We can't even assume we have all tomorrow.
yeah, we don't know how fast this thing's really moving. He estimated it was going to take him a couple of days, right? Or that I believe is what the DM said.
It was a day and a half, I believe.
Day and a half. So that means, whoa, Alistero, you got a lot of wind coming past your mic. So we have basically today to get whatever support we're going to get hammered out, and then basically have a plan in place for how we're going to either overthrow or something um, the forces that be here in town.
I know. I thought we just discerned that we didn't have the resources to move a large-scale army from here to there. So are we taking the battle there? Or are we?
No, we definitely do not have the resources to move the army to the Dracolich. However, we do need to take care of Carrack's Cross. So we have to figure out what we're going to do for that overthrow now, and I mean get whatever support in that overthrow, not for taking with us when we
Lashana can
leave.
definitely help steer us in the right direction, I would assume.
I hope so.
Maybe we should approach I hate to say it, but like from one elf to another type of a thing.
Yeah, definitely. But we're also going to need Umbra to get in touch with his people at
the church.
The church. The Church of the Raven Queen, because we're going to need. See, and that's where I'm not so certain. This is where tactically I get a little. Maybe I should speak to Chudwell about this. Chudwell,
What's going on?
From a tactical standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
do we try to take the city ourselves before the Titan gets here, just so we can move, or do we use the Titan against the Blessed Angels?
I don't think we should use the Titan against the Blessed Angels. I think that's perfect. I think we should gather our allies. I have a couple more I would like to gather, and we'll let them know that we start fighting when the Titan gets here, and like everyone, like that will be a coordinated strike because everyone in town is going to see the fucking Titan coming.
Right. Depending on what time of day he arrives. If he arrives at night, he's wrecking buildings before anybody knows he's here.
Right, but we have a night watch.
Yeah, we need to for sure.
I am allied with both the Eastern and Western Watch.
Yeah, I believe we were going to set up a relay system of riders, correct?
Sure, that sounds legit.
Was
I think we need like the signal torches.
Well, whatever. Yeah, if there's a way to do that, sure. I guess I'll leave that in your capable hands. But I know that you had been part of an outriding crew. You said there's the East and the West
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Captain Volras as commander of the Eastern Rangers. He's a very close friend of mine, brother in arms. He dislikes Prince Zeech and happens to I can hear you, bro. And happens to have 35 seasoned veterans with him. Malavin Malovin, I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but I'm apparently friends with him. He's the captain.
You two must be close.
Yeah, he's been vocal against the rule of Prince Zeech, and I mean, obviously, I have the best persuasion skills.
We can hear you.
What's going on?
I had you muted because of the wind.
Oh, okay. I was trying to say, my 2 cents would be that we should try and take the city and keep the Titan as a backup. Have him be our ace in a hole.
I mean, I was wondering that same thing, and that's why I was asking Chudwell's opinion, since he's a...
Well,
because
here's my problem with that plan.
Yeah, and I'm not hearing anything from Chudwell.
Oh, really?
You can't hear me?
I can hear him just fine.
There we go. Okay.
Hello?
Okay, he can hear you
now. I can.
Okay. Well, my problem with the plan, Alstero, is that, like, making a coup. If we could finish the coup in like 2 hours, that'd be fine. But if it takes longer than 2 days, if we're still mid-fight when the Titan gets here, I'm afraid the Titan's going to kill everybody. And it might be better to...
I believe I can interject on behalf of the Titan if I need to.
Okay, you think you can talk to him?
I believe I can.
Okay.
And I don't think... I think that we can get this over and done with relatively quick. I mean, not that it'll be fast and easy, but I think that it, if, like, let's say we plan it for sunrise tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, that would work.
Like a dawn attack.
Sure.
And we could have this wrapped up and over with
by lunchtime.
Yeah. Okay.
Go grab something to eat.
Yeah, that's that easy.
Maybe get a haircut after the shave.
Sure, Landorian. If you think you can control the Titan, and Alstero, if you think we can.
My concern is
finish the concern by lunchtime.
I'll find the spot to eat.
Perfect, Evan. That's great.
Everyone's got the spot to eat. Okay, sounds like a plan.
My point, gentlemen, is that I'm not so certain that we'll be able to handle the Blessed Angels without the Titan. And if we plan our attack around not using the Titan, then we may be underestimating our opponent. And on the other hand, I'm also concerned that if we unleash the Titan on Carrack's Cross, we may end up wrecking the one great city left in the world.
Yeah, I've been kind of wary about that too. That having the Titan, there might be a lot more collateral damage with the Titan stumbling around town.
There'll definitely be more collateral damage.
I think that's what he thrives on, and that's
right. Maybe okay. So why don't we do this? Why don't we follow Alistero's plan and if 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 we can't handle the angels ourselves, well, then the Titan will come and rescue us, and there's going to be collateral damage, but at least we'll win.
Right.
We just can't predict when the Titan will arrive, though.
Right, but that's why we should probably start the attack as soon as possible. It's morning right now. Maybe we
How
could
soon
start.
can we get our forces organized?
Probably by nightfall. Maybe we should have the attack at
Overnight.
sundown. And
I'd say let's go in the middle of the night.
You never go at sundown or sunrise. You always do it like 2 a.m, the witching hour,
Why is that?
because they're not prepared.
Well, these aren't men that we're fighting. These are some demon angel bird things.
Feline women or
Harpies.
female women.
I just think
Female women.
I just think it's important. This is kind of a massive undertaking in an urban area, and I just think having a coordinated strike where everything is done at once is kind of important. And we don't really have, not everyone has accurate clocks.
Yeah, I think
the sun is the most accurate clock we have. So
yeah, I think that's why I think sunrise or
I think sunset today, because we're already midday today. But I think
what do we have? What do we have for moons?
Well, we need the DM for the moons.
What are we seeking to take control over? The church, the manor?
Essentially, we need to remove from power those who have it, and that, as far as I can tell, is the Archbishop of the Raven Queen, who's a false, of course, prophet of the Raven Queen.
Who are we going to put in? We're going to put into power.
Well, us, of course.
Umbro would be in charge of the church
for sure, without question.
Umbro
is the only Raven cleric.
And Chudwell in charge of the garrison or the standing
definitely
army?
Captain Chudwell or Stone or both would be masters at arms and responsible for the entire army of Carrack's Cross. That, of course, would exclude the whatever they call themselves, the those that fight
mercenaries.
Those that fight specifically for the church.
I would say Chudwell would make a natural leader for the nobility, and Stone would make a natural leader for the rank and file.
Well, that's something that's up to Umbra, because he would probably be most used for that division of the men at arms that are controlled solely by the church. I'm sure that would be Stone's, ultimate. He'd be in charge of them. I picture Chudwell, general of the entirety of the armies of Carrack's Cross. I envision. I don't really see Erevan and I running Carrack's Cross, at least not openly. So it would have to be perhaps one of us, one of the others, non-Elven folk. Perhaps maybe even Umbra takes full control over the whole city. I mean, he is, after all, the avatar of the Raven Queen embodied.
You'd be the perfect symbol.
So that's what I'm leaning right now, is that we plant Umbra firmly in control of both the church and the state.
We'll take care of all the dirty work.
Of course, the real work will be done on the backs of the elves, as it always is.
I mean, I don't like to get my hands dirty. So.
As long as we're executing said work from the Dragon Wagon, I will be satisfied.
Correct. That is why we have it here. Speaking of which, that is priority number 1. Let's get the Dragon Wagon.
Do we have the Dragon Wagon yet?
No, we do not.
Where's the Dragon Wagon?
It's still in. We assume it's in Zeech's possession.
No. We got it back. Remember, Lashana parted it out and sent it to us.
It should be back in Eeltown.
Is it in Eeltown?
No, we would have taken it up to the We would have taken it up to the. We would have taken it to the inn with us. It might be parked in the inn.
That's right.
Like
no, I paid the kid.
I'm
paying the stable hand to try to put it back together.
That's right. I forgot.
So wherever the inn popped out, which I thought was at Eeltown.
Captain Chudwell, do you have your artist rendition of the Dragon Wagon handy?
Within the inn, though.
Oh yeah.
Show it to us again.
This is traveled everywhere with us.
I drew a picture of the Dragon Wagon.
Now, it's an artist's interpretation. mind
Well,
you.
Treadwell is not an artist per
But
se.
it's the only rendition anyone's ever done of the Dragon Wagon. So
Oh, I can't. Babe, where's my Dragon Wagon picture? Fuck, I can't find it. Hold on.
don't worry about it. We'll get it sometime. If you
Oh, I got it.
All right.
I was just looking the
Is
wrong
it
way.
drawn by horses that are burning with square fire?
No, but they should be. Look at that. Made from the skull of a dragon. We made a wagon out of it. And pulling this wagon, we will have. We don't
like,
right now, but all manner of beasts. Preferably burning horses that have square fire.
Yeah, out of character, that's a pterodactyl skull I just drew, and then the rest of it's just, I guess, my imagination
You
of
added
what
some Flintstone wheels to it.
Yeah, Flintstone. Yeah,
I was about to say it's
the Flintstone wagon.
getting the Flintstones vibe. It's nice.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
Don't remember their cars looking
Chudwells,
that
meet
cool
the
though.
Chudwells.
But I mean, I'm assuming that skull is like 20 feet long or something.
I can't remember its actual dimensions. Ervin, do you remember?
No, I mean, it's big enough for, I'm assuming, 4 to 6 people to be inside of at least. I think he said it was turned around the other way. I think it's facing like back of the skull forward.
Oh,
I think that's what Mark said. I don't remember.
Your drawing there, Chadwell, is just moving from right to left.
It is, yeah. You just gotta. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I pictured it the same way you did personally.
I actually was
pictured
hoping.
it
No,
forward.
I'm hoping that he has something for us when when we do actually.
Whatever it looks like, it's badass.
Yeah, it's even more badass than this. Like I said, Chudwell's not an artist. So.
So yeah, we need to. Okay, so then Ervin and I need to get to Lashana, because what we need to do is find out where everyone is. Right? We need to know where people
We need
are
to know
at
where
what
the
time.
pieces are, and that's why I figured she can tell us that.
She's going to definitely have. That's what we need to get. So we need to know, Alistero, Chudwell.
Look, this is happening one way or another.
We need to know where your people are, and we need to know where they're best going to be applied, and then we need to know essentially where's the Archbishop, where's Prince Zeech, and then we know basically where the Blessed Angels reside. Again, they reside in that tower on the north.
We know they're at the tower. We know that the mansion and the temple are right across from each other, and then there's also the ziggurats down to the south.
So
I would say that these are the 4 main points.
So here's the church. Is this Zeech's palace?
Yes, correct.
And then the ziggurats down here. I don't know, what do we need to get at the ziggurat?
Nothing potentially, but there's passages underneath it, and if somebody were to be hiding, that would be a great spot in which to take refuge. I would just say that might be the final of the spots to look for.
So here's what I'm thinking. We take the rest of today to get all of the parts in motion, to set all of our plans, to figure out and coordinate everything we need to, and we take all of tonight to get those parts ready to go. Sunrise would be the triggering moment. We coordinate everything, so we'll have the mercenaries attack at sunrise. We'll have the church turn on itself at sunrise, and we'll have the nobility and whatever Lashana can bring to bear. All of it will all happen at sunrise. We'll all go after the church right then and there.
So the church will be the primary objective. Once the church is secured, then what? We'll move on to the mansion next, the main manor of Zeech's.
Yes.
I know Colonel Krieger as well. He's the overall commander of the City Watch, which has 400 soldiers. I think I don't know if we can get him to our side or not. I know for sure the Captain Valrus and commander of the Eastern Rangers and let's see, what was the other guy? And Melvin Killraven, the captain of the West Watch, they both are good friends of mine and are also pretty vocally against Prince Zeech.
Who was the ranger we met at the party that had his group that ran the operations north of here?
I think that was Chudwell.
Was
Yeah,
that?
that
I think
was
that
me.
was Chudwell. We met
Yeah,
him
that
at the
was me.
party, and he was all like, "Yeah, I hate, He was being political. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, of some of the prince's policy." You know what I mean? He was like indicating, "Yeah, I'm not real down with
Maybe I
that," but I
missed
also
the
am not
time when
going to
they
say
tied
so
you in,
openly.
buddy.
Well, I came in when
That was an NPC at the time, Joe.
Yeah.
okay, I
Yeah,
might have
this
been-
was before
Maybe
you
I missed
joined.
when maybe I didn't hear that was the connection in or something. Okay, I
I
got you.
believe I could be wrong, but that's what I remember.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, then there you go.
Well, I think, I mean, if we have like these different groups, like we could do a simultaneous attack on these different spots.
Hmm.
Like, I think that would be more successful. We get because we have the element of surprise right now.
So it really depends on how many people we get.
Right.
Whether
Well,
we need to
I can
combine the.
guarantee about 70 for sure. And
So-
if we can get the 400 as well, that's kind of going to be unwieldy. But
Well, it's really getting all of these parts to act at the same moment, independently of each other.
right. Well, Volras and Killraven are they're doing. They're experienced officers. And
Right.
and the Rangers that they command are the elite special forces of the city, and they are quick to follow orders and carry them out accurately and successfully.
Yeah, and likewise with the inside men that we have within the church. There's Zen and Nicolasa that we met with at the church, they know that something's not right with the Archbishop. I mean, those are highly placed.
Right. So what are the allies we currently have? We have the West Watch and the East Watch. That's two allies, each with 35 or so soldiers, and then we have the Church. Is another group of soldiers.
That would be Umbra's
Umbra's
insight on there, yeah.
Sure, Umbra's Church of Soldiers. So that's three groups already right there. Do we have any more groups? I think you were talking about one more group.
Mercenaries. The
The mercenary?
mercenaries.
So that's
are gonna
four
go in
groups.
favor.
We can always check with the underground agents and see if there's any type of insight on somebody that might be willing to
Yeah, we
Right.
should check
sell
with
sword or.
So I'm already seeing 5 different groups of allies that we have. So we could attack 5 things at the same time. And if we ourselves attacked a 6th thing, that would be 6 things we could attack at the same time.
Fortunately, I don't believe we have 5 or 6 things to attack.
I don't even
I'm
know
not
that
even
we
sure
need
we have
to.
4.
Yeah, I really think that we need to just focus on the 2 places, and they happen to be right across from each other, which is strategically convenient.
Okay.
I think we need to seize control of the entry and exit points as a rule. So maybe that is 4.
The church and then the tower, or is that the
No, I
two
mean
spots?
the city. I
The
mean the
manor.
I mean the front gate.
Oh.
I mean the port side gate, whatever. I think we need to take control of the channel. We need to own the city.
Didn't Blackjack have something to do with that
Yeah.
port entry and
I was going to
exit?
say you need to talk to Blackjack because I think he works at that whatever ferry station.
Well, I've already given him somewhat of a fair warning that a tide is coming, so I'll go and give him further instructions after we speak.
What we need to do is
coup, though. This isn't a war. This is a coup. We only need to kill the leaders. We need to kill Zeech, and we need to kill the
yes. But
ferry.
most likely there's going to be a very loud, very out in the open, very scary confrontation. We're not going to be able to pull this off all cloak and dagger. These blessed angels.
We kill them, and then blessed angels. We're fighting them, and anybody who fights alongside the blessed angels will have to kill too. But then once they're all dead, then
we need to make sure they don't escape.
Well, yeah, we don't have to. That's why we do a coordinated attack to kill them all at once.
Yeah, we also
don't
need to
worry about
control
that.
the entry and exit points of the city to make sure that should any of them flee and get away, that we at least know where and maybe we can react to it. That's my opinion. I am no
Well,
military strategist.
I think we should have
We
soldiers.
should.
posted
Yeah, I was
there.
gonna say soldiers or archers,
Right.
preferably posted
Yeah,
there.
Right,
be
we
a
need to seize control
ambush.
of those points. We don't need to need to
Yes.
defend them. We just need to have control of them.
Mhm.
That's my opinion.
I agree. No, those are great ambush points for sure.
We're making. We're taking stock of our resources and making.
I hope you
strategic
guys have got it
plans.
all figured out for us, because man,
If I only had a holocaust.
Yeah, Stone. What's the plan?
I got one in Miracle Mix. It feels so nice I could keep it.
It's not like it rolled brilliantly or anything.
So,
All
So
right.
we've-
And now, Eravin and Landorian, you guys are going to Mistwall Manor to talk to Lashana.
Yes.
when
All
we get up close to it,
Just start lobbing torches. Okay.
yeah, pretty much.
Start on
Throwing
fire,
pebbles
burn
at
to the
the
ground.
window.
Well done.
I'll creep into an alley and I will begin chanting in Eladrin, and I will
I love the song.
reach out with my sixth sense, attempting to locate Lashana in her presence.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, this is not the right one. Oh, wait. Where is it? Let's do. What the shit is this? This game is way too long. Where is it? Oh, okay. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's right. Damn it. Okay, hold on. I need to open up a different one here.
So, Alan, to catch you up, we were discussing that we need to mobilize our forces. I don't know who you know within the church or what organizations you have sway with. We've determined, I believe, the best time to be while still at night. There's been discussion about doing it right when sunrise occurs due to the timing, knowing how to time it correctly. But that we need to seize control of. Well, we need to overthrow Prince Nietzsche. We need to make sure that the blessed angels are neutralized. We need to take out the Archbishop. And I threw in that we need to seize control of the entry and exit points to the city.
All right. You will know that Stone has left the comfort of our hiding place, that he has disappeared, and you're not sure what Stone has recommended.
I'm not sure what recommended.
That's true. I'm not back.
He's a paladin. He bailed, as all paladins do.
Of course. Because it is true when, like, the Holy speaks, I fucking disappear.
They fucking leave at the drop of a hat for whatever reason.
Fargreg, can I like smite him? I mean, there's a possibility to smite.
From afar? Is it smart from, from afar?
Well, in general, my smite is going this way.
It's going to go around the curve.
Oh.
There's actually, you need a special spell to smite Californian.
Oh, yes.
We've already been, hey, check it out. We've already been smitten with female women.
Let's talk about what your firearms provisions are. California. Let's talk
Here,
about
this is what we have right there. See that right there? There's my firearms provision.
There it is. Oh my God. We're fucked.
We're spitting.
We have the Rocky Mountains between us. I think we'll be okay. He's lazy.
Oh my God.
Dave does realize he knows that I do not like to fly over anything. I'm like, yeah,
I'm in quarantine.
yeah. But as paladins are wont to do, they just leave at the drop of a hat, at no random reason. Like their God speaks to them, and they fail.
That is not true, crazy spike dwarven.
They do. They leave. They're like, hold on, I'm getting a call. Gotta go.
I mean, looking at it, you're saying that there are 3 Raven Queen representatives here, and those 3 have channeled themselves into a vodka drunken paladin, and that drunken vodka paladin has said, "Fuck off, dwarf." You're pissing me off, and I'm gonna smack you down.
But you're not around. You just left.
No, that's true. No, I've just
left. Except he left. So Landorian turned to talk to Stone. Stone. Huh.
So Stone, what we were talking, where'd Stone go?
Where did Stone go?
Where'd he clank off to?
Anybody see Stone?
And as a dwarf who is aware, as paladins are wont to do, they leave right before we attack at dawn.
Well, I don't know.
We attack at dawn.
I don't know any other paladins. But
Because
I'm
they
sure
leave.
Stone's just out getting a bite to eat. He knows we have important work here, and his honor will not allow him to interfere with our plans.
But Stone is from Carrack's Cross, huh? Carrack's Cross.
Yes.
Well, his people may be here. Maybe he's off getting laid.
You are casting locate creature. Sorry, it's a range of 1,000 feet. You do not detect the presence of Lashana.
Well, she's either not here or she's masking her whereabouts on purpose. Irvin, perhaps we'd better have a closer look.
Do we leave a note?
Leave a note.
Perhaps in her study, if you don't find her first.
She's the clever one. Let's take a closer look.
All right, you approach the gate. You see 2 very well armored, pristine-looking guardsmen standing at the front gate. Both have halberds, very polished. They look to be the very best equipment that money can buy, and both have the emblazoned upon their tunics the heraldry, the heraldic form of Lashana, which is that of Mistwall Manor. It's basically a castle floating above the mists, in purple and silver. And they kind of look at you as you approach, and if you stop in front, they look at you kind of like, yeah.
Dave Jack, you muted?
And Dave Jack starts doing sign language.
Sorry. Respectfully muted and forgot. When we approach the guard, I'll pull my cowl back and I'll expose my ears and I'll say, "We have a message for Lashana."
And he says, well met to you. My grandmother was from the land of Evereska. Is that where you are from?
Not me, but my companion here.
My top as well.
He gives you a bow and he says,
Yeah, I retire.
Greetings. It is so nice and so rare to see members from my own heritage. I am not full blood as you are. However, my grandmama had told me many stories of the old and ancient elven customs in the city of Everesca. May her soul rest. But what is it can we do? I take it you are requiring or asking for audience with the great Lashona?
I'm afraid that I must insist.
If it were within my power, if she were here, I would make sure to let her know post haste that she had fellow countrymen that were looking to have a meeting with her. However, she has not been here for many days now.
Mm.
He has left orders to keep her all of her belongings and possessions in good order. She has not dismissed any of the staff, so I can only assume that she might be returning very soon. If you want to try back again tomorrow, or if you have a message that you would like relayed as soon as she returns, I will be sure to make sure that she gets the message.
Tell her that the Dark Star has returned.
The Dark Star. Then she will know what this means, yeah?
I believe she will.
Very good. As soon as she returns, you have my word. I will let her know that the Dark Star has returned.
Very
And
well.
the other guard is kind of looking. He's nodding, like, cool.
May your faith be finding you.
He says, may your fate be finding you as well. And he says, is there anything anything else I can do? Any sort of hospitality I can offer? We do not have much, but in the guardhouse here, I have some biscuits and some mutton stew. It is not much. It's humble man's meal, but we are more than willing to and honored to share this fellow countryman.
It's very kind of you, and always nice to hear a familiar voice and see a familiar face.
Ah, yes, your accent. It does. It sounds very much like my grandmama's. It's very, very strange. I must say, it's a good thing, but good in a very strange way to hear the accent spoken back to me. It's very, very unusual. I have not heard it in many years.
How many of you are there? This god house, how many does it hold?
There are not many. We only have 5 of us. Uh, we work in shifts. Lashana employs
Who is your captain of the guard?
We really have no captains. There are so few of us. There's only 5. It is very egalitarian. We all take turns doing the duties. No one is ranked higher than the others. It's as Lashana has dictated.
Very well. I would suggest that should Lashana not return before sunrise, that you and your men, I'm sorry, out of character real quick, where are we staying? Are we staying in Eeltown? Do we have that house of ours?
Yeah, you got the House of the Black Lanterns, which
We have
is
the
down.
No,
And
no,
we got that double
Oh, we
wide
landed that.
shanty
I
too.
didn't. Okay, I thought we had our own house.
We got that. We do. We got that double
Yeah,
wide
yeah, and
shanty.
you guys actually,
We-
But
I
the
killed
house
the
of
neighbors. Remember?
the House of the Black Lanterns is in Eeltown right now. Okay.
yes, it is
All right.
just north of Eeltown. Yeah.
What is your name?
My name is Wade. It is Wade.
Jim.
Jim. Wade.
My name is Mark.
It is Wade Breville.
My name is Greg.
Mr. Brevel.
There are those who call me Tim.
Mr. Brevel, if Lashana has not arrived by tonight, I suggest that you and your company meet me and my people at the House of the Black Lanterns in Eeltown. And I mean tonight, midnight.
Tonight, it's midnight. It is. I would love to. I'm sure that I can arrange for myself, but we cannot leave Lashona's residence unguarded. It is dereliction of duty. But I am certainly more than honored to attend any
Bring
sort
as
of
many as can be spared, because I'll tell you one thing, and the rest you'll have to find out later. This city is in jeopardy of falling, and there's even worse consequences than that could be in store for it. Your house will not need to be guarded should the worst eventuality come to play.
I can assure you there has been many times. I have only been in the employ of the Lashona for half a dozen summers, but many times there have been rumors city is going to fall, the undead wave will crash and breach the shores. Every time Lashona has made sure her magic is very, very powerful. If you are worried at all, I can tell you Carrack's Cross will live to see another morning. It always has.
That is our intention. And yet, I feel that the consequences are dire enough to expose myself to you, even though Lashana is not here. Because we will most likely need every man that we can get. And it's not for the undead.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I assist him at all?
Yeah. So do it with advantage. Zervin says, "Yeah."
That's your limo
Expertise
right
is-
outside.
That expertise is persuasion.
I'm sorry, persuasion.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Not
From
my
one elf
strength,
to another.
but hopefully with the... I got it, look at that.
Ooh, shit.
That's the
Holy
house of the
moly.
Black Lanterns at the corner where the market meets the tanner.
We'll leave a light on.
Where the sun meets the horizon.
He says, he looks at you and he looks visibly shaken, like you have convinced him of the gravity of the situation, and he kind of looks around and he says, "But won't I be held as a coward for leaving my post? Isn't it better for me to be guarding the possessions and the household of those I have been entrusted?"
Leave a couple men here to ensure that there's nothing
There's
that
only
happens.
5.
I know. Leave a man or two here. The rest of you come to the House of the Black Lanterns. We're going to consolidate our manpower, and we're going to we will be filling everyone in as to their assignments from there. But your house most likely will not be in jeopardy unless you don't show up.
I understand.
Because you 5 will not be enough to stand against what is to come. You must pool resources at this point.
I understand. I shall spread the word to my comrades, and we shall draw lots in order to determine who shall stay and who shall leave.
Has anything been off lately? We've been out of town for a while, and we're trying to figure out something seems not quite usual.
Many things have been unusual. There was, in this last year, we had everything in this past year is very strange. Yes, Zeech, the great Prince Zeech has this special project in the south part of town. He is displacing the people, building some gigantic monument to his greatness.
I speak more of just the recent weeks.
Well, I do not know since I am stationed here at Lashona's, but I have heard that Zeech has left town. Apparently, it has been been hushed up by his soldiers and his household, but there was an attempt upon his life, and he has fled the city. I hear all sorts of rumors. in the very limited amount that I get out. But the city seems to be live with this sort of uh, unrest, this suspicion. Nobody really knows exactly what's going to happen if Zeech does not return.
I was going to say, what did the rumors say of who's in charge during this time?
Usually, we would say Lashona. She has always been the right hand of Zeech. He has left to go on a hunting trip, go visit his estates outside of town. He has manor out in Ogofist Hills that he sometimes likes to go and do hunting from. But always, Lashona is here to watch over in his stead. Now, Lashona has left as well, so he does not know. The household of Zeech keeps on issuing orders and proclamations as though things are going as normal, but the people know Zeech is gone.
Do you believe Lashana is within the city walls?
She is a very powerful wizard and sorceress. She could be here, but why she would be here and not stay at her manor is beyond me. I believe myself that she is not here.
You've been of great help, and we wish to return the favor with more information later tonight.
Yes.
Landorian, can you think of anything else?
Whose signet ring? Whose signet ring is in that wax seal on these issues that are being ordered from House Sneech?
I have not seen. I have not seen, but apparently we believe that everyone tells that orders are going out as though Zeech was still there. Like they're trying to pretend like he has not left. But those who know, it is no secret. You see him start looking up. He's like, but
How about the blessed angel? Oh, sorry.
that is the thing. Nobody wants to say anything out loud for fear of the blessed angels. Nobody wants to become another scarecrow on the street of a dozen smiles.
Are they still making scarecrows? Are the angels still around?
Oh yeah, yeah. They seem like they have been doing more work now than in recent times that we can remember. There are more than 3 dozen new scarecrows up along the streets.
Wonderful. The activity's increased. I fear the ziggurat may be coming into play soon.
Very well. At least we have a solution for how to destroy the ziggurat now.
Yes, finally.
Well, yes, you have a solution to destroy the ziggurat. Please tell me I'm not a spy.
So you have no way of, in emergency situations, you have no way of contacting Lashana in a time like this. No beacon to send. No.
No, it is. She has always said that if need be, she will be in contact with us, and it is her power. We have no reason to doubt. We just try to do our best to maintain and be good stewards of her possessions and her household while she is gone.
Do you know if she's... Would it be at all possible for me to look around? Perhaps there's a communication method I could utilize to speak with her.
Unfortunately, I am under strict orders not to let anyone in her house, as much as it pains me to do so. I am sure she did not give me any exceptions to this.
I understand. I will not try to put your duty at odds with my agenda.
I'm very thankful for your understanding. I wish that she had mentioned that she was going to have visitors.
Well, she didn't know. We've been gone a while.
There's a dire of circumstances, yes.
Very well. What was his last name?
Breville. Brebil.
Mr. Brezel.
He keeps showing that cat's ass.
I have no control over this thing.
Is that Bearcat or the other one?
It's the other one. The gray cat.
The gray cat. Bearcat and gray cat.
I know we don't want to kill up all the night tonight, but we will head over to a Blackjack to speak with him at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Brezel. Please meet us at the House of the Black Lanterns at midnight.
We shall do that. Thank you. Thank you very much for this information.
Thank
May
you
it
for your time.
find you.
May your fate be finding you as well.
All right. Who else? Ah, Chidwell's got a cat. Oh my God, Chidwell's got a. It's like a gigantic black tumbleweed with eyes.
She's a goal weight cat.
A what weight?
Goal weight.
Oh, okay.
Cats that are overweight have a goal weight.
Oh, okay.
She's at what the goal weight of other cats are. No, she actually has a really big fur, but she was overweight when we got her, but she's gonna get next to it. This is all out of character.
Chugwell doesn't have no cat.
Yeah, don't
It's
worry
a
about my
royal
cat.
cat.
I was just fucking around. Don't worry about my cat.
Yeah, I think is that everything? We need to go. I mean, we need to go to Blackbeard's. Does anybody else need to rally their troops? Stone?
Yeah, I do. I got a shitload of
Chudwell.
troops to rally.
Chudwell's got many a troop.
He needs to get the war machine going.
Right.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to come with me,
I'll come with you.
that would be helpful. I think
Since
the
I
more,
feel like I can express maybe the consequences of their inaction better.
yeah, I think it would be helpful to, and just the I mean, yeah, everyone's in the party. I mean, I would need your words and your presence would both be helpful in persuading my friends to join us.
Yep. I really wish that we had Umbro with us.
Yes, I think he's busy at the temple though.
Yeah, he's speaking with his men inside the walls there, so to speak.
Right.
Chudwell, if you want to reach out to Captain Boris, who is again, he's a compatriot of yours. I wouldn't say you guys are friends, but you are at least acquaintances. You are, of similar military rank and stature. You both command, one of the Ranger watches. I believe you're the North Watch, or are you the East Watch?
No, Captain Walrus is the has the Eastern Rangers.
Gotcha. And I believe you.
I'm probably the North.
You're probably the North.
Then there's Malaven Killraven is the captain of the West Watch. He's the captain of the West Watch.
Okay. Yeah, so that makes you captain of the North.
Yeah. There's Colonel Krieger, who is the overall commander of the City Watch, who has 400 soldiers under his command. He would probably be pretty important if we don't want to have to kill 400 people.
Right.
Stone, you have something to add to that?
Nothing.
He gone. He gone.
Oh, all right. So yeah, I think starting with Captain Walrus would be my first go-to guy, and then if things go well with him, I'd push my luck with Malraven Killraven. Maybe even bring Captain Walrus with me.
Okay.
To Malraven Killraven. If I can get both those guys on my side, then I'd maybe and I would ask them about Colonel Krieger if they think he would be persuadable or not, and I don't know, maybe approaching Colonel Krieger either way and either try to persuade him or kill him, because we're gonna have to kill him. Might as well kill him up front, and I don't know.
Who needs to die?
Possibly Colonel Krieger, if he's not friendly to us, because if we kill him, then we might not have to kill all 400 of his men. If we don't kill him, and he wants to fight against us, we will have to kill all 400 of his men. I'd rather kill one person than 400.
Which one? The leader? Let's go kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I want to speak to the other captains first. The East and West.
I'm gonna go with Captain Chudwell.
Right. I'm the captain of the North.
Yeah. We'll bring the dwarf along to make a point. Pardon the pun.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna love him.
We do want to make sure that the dwarf stays
Sane? Good
Well,
luck.
outside of hugging distance, I guess. Outside of hugging distance would be best.
Have you seen
I
how
don't know.
far he can jump in
Is
one
there-
bound?
Right? Is there social distancing
Is
involved?
there
with
such a
the-
thing as a safe distance
There's
away
about
from
a looks like there's about a 30-foot distance. So
I-
I don't know.
I put
Within hailing distance.
I put Thargrag in the same category as I do a Kodiak. If you can see it, it can get you. If you can't see it, it may just be right behind you.
I mean, I think the bag of tricks, the little hole, what is it? The hole in the ground. What the fuck do I have? I have a little hole. What? The portable hole.
Portable
I mean,
hole.
we could throw Thargrag in the portable hole again, and then if we have to fight Colonel Krieger, we could just pop him out.
Oh, I think just having him there is a message in and of itself.
All right, let's do it. Fuck it. I would like to get these troops on our side, not have to fight against them. That's the only thing.
Right. Well, that's why I'm coming too.
Okay.
We've got honey and we've got vinegar.
All right. So is everybody coming? Is there anybody not coming?
Then we have pain. Bring the pain.
Yes.
Sorry, you're the commander of the east. Volres is commander of the north. Sorry, I'm reading that.
Matter of fact, we should all go unless Ervin, you've got something that you need to attend to.
I was just gonna say, unless you want me to go talk to Blackjack now about the gate, we can go do that later, I suppose.
I mean, at this point in time, it may actually make sense. There's a lot more weight that we carry as a group than we do when we're just talking to someone individually.
I agree. That's fine.
I think we should go with the group. This will take some persuasion.
So Alan got dropped, or Stone got dropped, but did he talk to Sergeant Rezik Lenier?
Yes.
He did. Okay.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Cool. Then
Yeah,
I will join everybody else. And
Thank you, Alfaro.
He will relate the information that he and Rezik had a talk. Rezik has got 20 seasoned veterans that are loyal, beyond question. And he has basically entrusted them to, he said, should things go, combat wise, they will act on a moment's notice. He's basically sending out the call like, hey, be ready to act. And he told him that what he wants them to do is to target the other NCOs in the militia, other guys like Rezik, guys who are the shot callers, to try to influence them however they can, whether it's taking them out or bringing them over to to your side. That Rezik said he will do what he can.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Then I will join the rest of the group with Chudwell, armed with that knowledge. And
Are you bringing Meow Mix?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Of course.
All right. Well, I'm ready to speak to Captain Volres. Let's fucking go.
He's got like this whole menagerie of crazy badassery behind him.
Yeah.
He's all like, let's go talk to the regular, dipshits that run this city.
Right. I guess we're gonna go talk to Captain Volres, captain of the Northern Rangers, apparently.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
You can go. You can find him. He has a small garrison it's meant as a barracks. It's more like a hunter's shack though, for him and his men, just north of town, probably about an hour's ride north outside of Eel Town.
Okay.
And you find him there.
I throw my statue horse on the ground, and so I have a horse. Wow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I have this magic horse that just appears.
Wow. Lendoran looks on appreciatively and says, "So where did you get it again?"
I search my memory banks, and the dungeon master tells me where I got it from.
Oh, it's an heirloom.
It's a family heirloom.
It's an heirloom from the Chudwell family. Yes, it is. It is goes back generations.
There it is.
Human generations?
Yes.
Well, that's only like my parents. So I'll have to.
Whatever, you arrogant elf.
You guys can get there, like I said, in about an hour's ride. It's probably nearing midday. So you find him, Volrus, there with a group of his rangers. There's about a half a dozen of them there at the moment.
Excellent.
And he is a dark-skinned man with a small and very neat clipped goatee. He is dressed, even though he is outside, he's dressed in very expensive and flamboyant tunic and cape. Like he is very much so dressed, showing his position and authority. And just to let you know, like you know this, like you've had run-ins with Captain Boris before. He commands a band of rangers to the north, who are coldly efficient and known to be sometimes brutal in their work, uh, basically trying to protect the Northern Watch. Sometimes, uh, like dealing with folks from Eeltown or folks lumberjacks in the forest to the north. There are people that say that he does not take the people into consideration. Yet, for all of their brutality, it seems like Volrus, you know that his men are absolutely endeared to him. Like his soldiers, his group of soldiers, of which he has 35. They are absolutely loyal, and they love him like a fucking father. So
Excellent. So I ride up, I get off my horse, as I ride up with my group, and I say, Captain Volrus, hail, this is nice to see you again.
It's very good to see you.
Yes, my favorite captain. Listen, this is my...
shakes your hand.
Yes, fucking hugs all around. Yes, Volrus, these are my close friends. I've been on adventures out saving the world, and and these guys right here, they're the best soldiers outside of Carrack's Cross. This is Aravan and Alistero, Landorian, and the dwarf, the dwarf with the spike.
I'm Carrack.
Don't give him a hug, but
he nods to each of you and he's like, very,
Some
very
of us
good.
he's met, yeah. I met you at Zeech's party, am I right?
Yeah. We did meet at Zeech's party. I remember what happened there. Good to see that you have made it out.
Yes, Volrus, we've been on some pretty high class adventures here, and I want you and your men to kind of huddle close, because what we have to say will be probably shaking up your emotions a little bit. So, I mean, what we're really trying to do is save the world from becoming a bunch of zombies, right? That's what you and I are doing as protectors of Carrack's Cross, correct?
Yeah. This is the mission that we have been assigned. And I don't mean to be rude, but the last time that we had conversation, things ended in quite the calamity at Veach's Galley, huh?
Yes, and this is along the same lines here. What's going on is we need to kill the what? No, we're not worried about that. Yeah, not right now.
We kill lots of stuff.
Yeah, we're in the business of killing, that's for sure. Well, I guess I'll just cut right to the chase. There's going to be a coup, and Prince Zeech and Lashonda are going to be removed from power.
Lashana is working with us.
She's working with us? Are you sure about that? I thought we couldn't find her.
Just in.
God damn it.
Well, we don't know where she is right now, but she's on our side.
Standard Chudwell. Okay. Anyway.
There's going to be some killing.
There's going to be some killing, and it's happening soon. And I was hoping that you and the Rangers would be on our side against Prince Zeech.
There's going to be killing on the Prince's side and none on our side.
That's the plan.
So which side would you like to be on?
Well, we're not threatening. We're not threatening you, Captain. That's why
I'm just wondering.
I'm just coming to you man to man to kind of. I'm telling you the truth. This is what's gonna happen, and I hope that you choose to join us.
Yeah. It's you and I. We have very similar goals. We have very similar positions. We have been doing same job for many years. Both of us have families. Both of us have aspirations. Now I know my family perhaps not moved quite so quickly up the ranks as yours because, well, I have problems with each sometimes. Now, your family, I cannot say the same.
Right.
Your family seemed to move very quickly, be in the very good graces of Zeech.
Yes, my father is. I, however, am not. In fact, I had to kind of pull my father aside, and he's outside the city now in safety against his will because my father fully supports Prince Zeech. However, I do not, and I am going against my own family for this because I think the fate of the world is in our hands, and this is the one thing that might be more important than my father and my family. Is I'm kind of risking my entire family name, which is the most important thing to me. Besides, but what good is my family name if there is no world left? If there's just zombies, you know, we're I kind of have a higher calling here, and I'm calling you. Come help.
Roll a
Meow Mix gives a very like endorsing roar right as he finishes that speech.
Yeah,
Gonna,
Chadwell,
gonna
roll.
need,
What?
gonna
Roll-
need
roll
captains. When the prince is gone, gonna need more captains, or we've got two.
Thagrag makes a good point. We've not told you the entire situation just yet. So there will be a coup.
Let's try and give you the short version.
There will be a coup. The city will fall under new rulership. These blessed angels will be destroyed. The ziggurat,
Cursed angels.
the ziggurat will be torn down. This place will need leadership once that's over. We're going to need good men to help run this government, and you and your family would be essential in that.
I don't know you. No offense. You others, dwarf. Uh, this one, he looks familiar. I believe we have used you as courier before, yes? You,
I have indeed.
yes, I know.
Walrus, I give you my word. I vouch for every man here. Every man in my group is honorable and honest, and a
Yes,
damn
this
good
is
fighter.
what you say.
Honorable and honest.
Now, I may have
Honestly, there's gonna be.
you know Zeech as well as I do. This man is capricious. He is very vindictive. He is
Yes.
not above setting one captain against another. Did you not forget the captain of the South Watch, which the position remains absent, unfilled now, going on 6 years? I remember the day 6 years ago when the captain of the South Watch and all of his men scarecrow down the main street. So, how do I know? You are not working for Zeech, just trying to pull me into trap,
You
get
don't.
me into scare.
Because Zeech will be dead. I'm
did?
gonna give him some
What
loving.
you say? But Zeech, 20 years. Many people say Zeech dead. Many
let-
people say that they will destroy him.
Let
Shotwell,
let me
you.
let
Yeah.
me speak on behalf of the people of the city. For I am their voice. I am their will. I am the man who has fought and died and bled to carry the messages between here and there.
All right,
Back
courier,
and
what
forth.
do you have to say for the people of the city?
That they are in trouble and they need our help. Not just ours, and I motion to our group, but ours, and I motion to him and his men. They need our help to get out from this oppressive rule of Zeech. This is what we are fighting for. It is not something to try and obtain personal glory. It is for the people of this city. That is what we are fighting for.
Can I do a persuade or a
Your fear? Your fear thing? Yeah.
not the fear.
Intimidation?
I want to do the sensing danger from his men.
Okay.
That danger sense.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
then,
his men are they haven't done any aggressive action, but you see they're all looking on. They're definitely paying attention. He's got a half a dozen guys there. You know, some of them are
so
sitting.
I want to read their reaction around the conversation, whether they're judging their captain to go and basically mutiny and to join a coup,
All right.
or if they are more loyal to the crown, and if there is one that's more loyal than the rest, and it's
That's going to be here. I'll roll that because you're not going to know whether or not you fail or succeed.
right. But you know what I'm trying to understand, right?
Yeah.
From a berserker standpoint or a barbarian standpoint, I'm reading the people, and there may be one that is loyal to the crown, and I may just jump on him.
Right.
Oh boy.
Volras, I would like to add that Prince Zeech is not the end of my ambitions. There is a dragon, and that dragon has control over much of the undead in this land, and we aim to kill that dragon, and I would like to unify this town in such an effort to assist with that. My group has the sole ability to kill Dragotha, and I will lead us to victory. I hope you can trust me, Volras. We can offer up some evidence if it would be helpful, but I really do ask you to join us, because this is bigger than Prince Zeech. This is bigger than even Carrack's Cross. This is the whole world as we know it is in our hands, and we're asking for your help.
And it begins tomorrow morning.
It does. There's a Titan on the way here, Captain. There's a Titan, and
A 30-foot tall Titan.
And he plans to ally with our side, and anything in the other. I pity the fool that tries to fight this Titan.
We want to limit collateral damage, unfortunately.
Oh, Chudwell, you forgot to mention that we already bested this Titan in combat.
Well,
that is how.
Let me tell you. This Titan, I do not worry about so much as I do worry about the revenge Zeech will take. I have family. In town, right? I have 3 sons. I do not want to see them end up scarecrow. So, what can you do? I have idea what you can do. Good faith, that you are not spy for Zeech, looking to make me and my family scarecrow. You say that you have your family, you have them in safe place?
Yes.
Let me send some of my men to watch over your family. If you are good for your word, they stay safe. If my family becomes scarecrow, well, so does yours.
How about this?
Send
How
your family.
about you gather your family and we will all ride together, and your family can hide out with my family at the safe location, and then we go back into battle.
I feel more safe if I have at least two of my men, just to make sure.
I would
Otherwise,
feel more safe if you brought all 35 of your men.
To battle. Any man that is not at the battle is one less man we have.
it's true. But then who watches over my family? What matters to me if we win battle and my family lies dead, cold and ground?
But if they're in a safe place,
We'll have a guard for our families.
Captain, I trust you. I do not trust your family.
Well, exactly. I don't either. That's why my family, the guard is
We all agreed.
the
the
guard
guard
is
is for the family.
the guard's for to keep my family where they are. It's there. Like I said, I'm keeping them in a safe place against their will.
So maybe
My
not
family's
your family with his family. Maybe that's a bad idea.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a terrible idea. They can play cards. They won't have weapons. The guards will have the weapons. The family, whether they like it or not, they're not going to have the power to do anything about it.
And so you say that there's going to be this coup.
Yes, the coup is happening.
Throne? Okay, so what is my 35 men going to do? Each has militia, 400 men. He has the
Yes.
blessed angels.
Yes.
Do not forget the blessed angels.
The blessed
They make
angels.
scarecrows of the entire southern ranges in their captain. And
Well-
from what I hear, it only took.
Well, I was hoping that Malaven Killraven would join us and his rangers.
I'm
Now
hoping
we have
it will.
some more. Now, if you can get the Captain Killraven, you come back to me.
Well, I mean,
Then
why don't
we
you?
might have a chance.
You don't want to come
Still,
with
you
me?
have not heard how we will take care of the blessed angels.
Well, the blessed angels, we're going to get the
They
Titans
can
help
take
for
care
it.
of the entire southern ranges. And
Well-
they're supposed to maybe a half a dozen.
What
maybe
about
more.
okay? What about Colonel Krieger though? Would he be persuaded to fight against Prince Each?
You know as well as I, Colonel Krieger is the biggest Zeech supporter there is in the cross.
In public,
we
what about
just
in
kill
private?
him.
What was this, dwarf?
I'm just looking for somebody to kill. If we need to kill the colonel, then let's
colonel.
go kill the colonel.
Bishop.
Bishop.
Oh no, a different
Colonel,
colonel.
Colonel Krieger. He's
Colonel.
the dwarf speaks true.
You bring a good point, though.
If we go kill the colonel,
in the Temple of the Raven Queen. I know they're not in the best terms with Prince Zeech, but at the same time, you've got the Ebony Guard to deal with. The
Ebony Guard. That's the armed faction of the church.
and right now you've got 100 dedicated, loyal Ebony Guardsmen. They are worth at least their weight in the militia.
Captain, I don't know if you're going to believe this, but the truth is, the Raven Queen herself is part of my group.
Ah, we have a true believer.
I didn't.
Good for you.
I mean,
Actually, sir, I believe that you would understand when I say that I am not a follower of the Raven Queen. And yet
Yeah.
I do know that there is a living manifestation of the Raven Queen on this plane of existence. And I can travel between planes of existence.
Your faith is heartening.
It's not faith.
Man of reality.
It's not
Ca-
faith.
Captain, we have faith and magic on our side.
This is all good. If you can come back with a pledge of Captain Killraven,
Okay.
then you can have my pledge as well, given the condition that my family shall be protected. I shall
Excellent.
suffer the fate of the southern captain.
Excellent.
I'm so glad we don't have to kill you.
He's like, you seem like a nice enough guy. I'm glad we don't have to kill you.
Says the dwarf sarcastically. Okay.
You seem like honorable man.
He is. That's why I came to him first.
I'm glad we don't have to kill him.
Honestly, obviously,
All right, Kevin.
sir, you will not be saying anything about this to anyone else.
Oh, then I would have to kill him.
No.
Captain, we will immediately ride back to Carrack's Cross. I will find Killraven and talk to him as well. And I will immediately ride back to you.
No, we can send a messenger from Killraven because we need to go get the rest.
Now,
Perhaps, but I would make I would start.
Well, we need a trusted messenger then. That puts another.
I think we have one.
Let me say, you can be sure that I will not have any sort of message going to Zeech. This would not be in my character.
Right.
Wouldn't be in your best interest either.
If I see the wings of just one blessed angel dark in the skies above me, my men will find your family. Will not be good.
Well, I can assure you that the skies will be filled with fucking angels in just a day or two.
Less than that.
Well, we're gonna kill him. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Sir,
That's your
All right,
plan.
we are done.
Kill him.
We're having lunch with my men. Bring me back the pledge of Killraven, and then we can talk further. I believe we might be onto something. Right now, my men, these 5, whatever you have here, no offense, but is nothing. He's
Right.
not.
There's a little more than meets the eye. But what can I bring you that is evidence enough of Killraven's loyalty?
You can bring
Hand?
a signed ledger with stamp from his personal seal. This
Done.
should be sufficient.
Done. Be back in a few hours. Let's go, guys.
Doop 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 doop. Sweet.
Horse.
Cheers.
I could have just used magic to take care of that, but I feel like that's something that would like end up backfiring on me in the future.
I think it works well.
We'll zip through. So you now need to go to Captain Killraven.
Yes.
He is. Where is he on my feet? Here he is.
Captain
Lord Malvin Killraven. He is an iron-haired, weather-beaten man with a hook instead of a right hand. He carries himself with pride and speaks with a strong and clear voice. You find him at his camp. Likewise, he is issuing orders to his men. And you see again, he has about a half a dozen men around him, different couriers, different messengers he's sending out to his rangers in the field. You meet him at his small compound. It is a single barracks house that has a low stone wall about 8 feet high surrounding it. He is in the courtyard right now at a small desk with papers issuing orders to different couriers.
Well, Haven Killraven. Hail, Captain.
Hail, Captain Shengo. To what do I owe the pleasure?
And just a little background on Killraven. You know this. Killraven is the trusty captain of the West Border Range. He's an honorable man who has served under 3 generations of leaders within Carrack Cross. Although his loyalty to the kingdom, although his loyalty is to the kingdom, he is dutiful and would never seek to be called a traitor. He follows orders, it seems like, as he must, although it seems like when you met him at the ball, like Volrus, he is not overly pleased with Zeech's rule. And he sees you all, and he meets you, and he's like, yes. And he's like,
It is a little bit surprising to see you here, given the light of our last encounter. That was some dust up at the gala. I thought old Beach would have bought the farm there for sure.
We almost
Shame he
had him.
didn't.
We almost had him.
Shame he didn't.
Yes, long live the prince, right?
Captain
Indeed.
Kilraven.
Not very long.
Exactly what
Wait. Just so for background, I just want to make sure Captain Kilraven, is he the one that got caught with the crossbow fire with us? And then was able
Yeah.
to just be like, out of the way, and they all just like parted for him and
Yes,
they kept
yes.
crossbowing us.
Yeah.
And we were like, wait, how did he just go through them?
He was like, clear the way. Yeah.
Captain Kilraven, I, like you, am loyal to the city, and even more loyal to
The people.
this planet we're on, the people. And there's a danger beyond Prince Zeech, and danger of not just the entire city of Carrack's Cross, but the entire world. With Dragotha, the undead dragon, who intends to turn this entire world into undead, including me and you and our families. It apparently is. It is of the utmost importance that we replace Prince Zeech, so he's no longer in power of the city. We will have magic and faith on our side, as well as hopefully you. And
Well, I can only assume that the rumors are true and Zeech has fled the city. Otherwise, well, seems like no one would dare utter such treasonous words in light of, well, the repercussions from our blessed angels.
I may be treasonous in Prince Zeech's eyes, but I know that in my heart I am true to Carrack's Cross. This is
Roll a persuasion check. Oh, yeah.
I'll do it.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Oh,
He says, of course, you know that I speak tongue-in-cheek. There's few who would like to see Zeech off his throne more than I. I have bit back my bile for him these past years, and knowing that I'm doing my duty not for Zeech, for the people of the cross. For them that I owe my allegiance and my honor. So,
right.
What is it I can do for you this day, Captain? Are you looking for some sort of
A pledge of allegiance would be most handy right now. We're developing a plan. Right now, there's a Titan on the way. The Titan will be here in 1 to 2 days, and we plan on confronting the angels. Seem to be the true seat of power in this city. We have the Raven Queen herself is on our side as well, and once we gain control of the city and unify the city under the name of the Raven Queen, and perhaps the people, then we can,
Captain of the North.
right. We
He's-
can. Yeah. The captain of the North is in confidence has agreed to help me on one condition, Captain Kilraven. That condition is that I bring a signed pledge of allegiance from you to him. He wants to make sure that you're on board before he jumps on board.
Yes, it seems like that would be something Volres would do. And he's a smart man. He's hedging his bets. I'm sure.
He's very concerned about his family, as am I.
So, am I hearing you right? You say you have the troops of the Raven Queen. You've got the Ebony Guard on your side.
I have the Raven Queen herself on my side. I'm assuming that the Raven Queen is in the process right now of bringing her Ebony Guard onto our side as well.
Perhaps I could offer a bit of context.
Please do.
You see, there is but one true cleric of the Raven Queen alive today.
Right, and
That-
it's Trace Shadow Soul, the Archbishop of the Raven Queen.
I'm
Yes.
sorry
No.
that's not correct. He is a false pretender. He
Is that the guy we get to kill?
Yes.
He'll be dead soon.
There is one who actually can channel divinity. I've seen it. I've been healed by it. I've been brought back from death more than once. I don't
Interesting.
believe I'm not a follower of the Raven Queen, but I know she exists. I know she's back. And furthermore, the Titan is going to tear the ziggurat down. I don't know what you know about that statue, but it's bad news. And it needs to be destroyed. The blessed angels will die like anything else, although not easily.
Well, I saw you dispatch at least 2 of them at Zeech's gala, so that's been proven to be true. Although, I mean, tough birds they are. Did you know the rumor that only 3 of them took out the entire Southern Watch?
It's good to know that the rest of you are much sturdier folk.
Formidable. Now, so as a practical man here, leading a small contingent of practical soldiers, what are we looking at now? I mean, how about the city militia? Did you somehow convinced or killed Krieger?
Well, actually, Captain, that is actually a kind of a plan I was hoping to work on with you and Volras and myself. That maybe the 3 of us could go and talk to Colonel Krieger and try to get him on our side. And if he's not, we might have to kill him. I mean, because
if I may, we do have Sergeant Lanier of the town guard on our side, and
I
he
know
is
the man. He's a good man.
yes, he is indeed, and he is working to get the rest of the town guard to come to our side as well.
How many does he have currently?
Well, he has 20 that he has vouched for absolutely without question, and they are all working to sway the rest of the town guard.
We've got Lashana's house god who have agreed to join us as well, although they will have to leave someone there to not derelict their duty to her household. That's not saying much, but
What about Lashana herself?
she is not in the city that we know of. I do not know where she is. I was looking to contact her and get her counsel.
She's very much in league with Zeech. What if she shows up? She's the most powerful wizardess in the realms.
Yeah, it's just because she's female. Anyhow, Lashana is not what you think she is. Lashana is working in concert against Zeech. She gained his confidence in order to discern who the real power was here, which just so happens to be Archbishop so-and-so. He's the one who's really been responsible for the evil that's been occurring within Carrack's Cross. We will exterminate this evil.
I'm interested in this proposition.
How many men do you have?
Got a lot of men.
22.
Oh, I thought he had 400.
Nope,
No,
that's the
guard.
colonel. That's the colonel.
Oh, that's the guy we have to kill.
Yeah.
Great.
22 men.
With my 22, and how many does Volrus have now?
35.
35?
Yeah.
So we're 50 plus your, let's just say we have 60 plus Lanier's 20.
Yeah.
So we have 80.
Linear will have 2 to 3 for every one of his 20, so 60.
And this Lanier, he's not likely to be on board with our plan. Is that correct?
No, Lanier is the sergeant, isn't he? He's the
Lanier's the sergeant. Yeah,
Krieger is the colonel.
Krieger's the colonel.
He's the
Krieger's
one who's
gotta die.
yeah, fanatic. Yeah.
Krieger is not likely to agree with our ideology on this. Very well. Erevin and I should be able to take care of him.
I think just removing him from power is not enough because he says command of 400 soldiers. Who's the next in command below Krieger?
That would be, and you would know this. It's Lieutenant Colonel Schmoopy-Doop. Hold on, I've got his name here.
Background on Schmoogie Doop.
I've got it. It's where the hell is it? I just wrote it to stone here not too long ago. Lieutenant Colonel Harkle Gragix.
Snorkel?
Harkle.
Harkle. So, what do you know about Harkle?
He's a bootlicker just like his commander. The two are hand in hand. I couldn't see anything that would get him to turn, although he is more coward than soldier. He's risen through his ranks solely on the coattails of Krieger.
So we got to kill them both.
Well, hold on. Cowards can be persuaded. We
Or
can kill
intimidated.
Krieger.
His men don't trust him, or his men won't follow. We need the man who the men will follow.
Certainly. What we'll do is we'll promote him to colonel, and then we'll make Thargrag his lieutenant. Right? Subordinate technically in rank, but in actuality there to keep him in line.
The Cross has always been known as a place for ambitious people.
And
Soldiers notwithstanding.
Will the guard follow this Hargrad?
Harkle,
Harkle, Merkel.
Yes, are there any real men in the guard that would...
Krieger is removed. They will probably follow chain of command, which will then fall to Harkle Gragix.
Will the men accept him as a leader, or will this be a knife in the back in the night, you know?
I wouldn't, but then again, I'm an
Would the
armed-
men follow you?
Could we perhaps just put one of you all in
just
control of
you.
the city guard?
Well, that's an interesting proposition.
I'm worried that might divide the forces. The 400 men, some might follow us, some might follow.
That'd just be less men I have to kill.
Well, we
Right.
need the
But It would
400
be nice.
men.
It'd be nice to rope in the full 400, though.
I agree. I don't know that I do have
Or
a reputation, but I don't know that the men would be so willing to follow me rather than someone who served under.
Right. I mean, generally, men are taught to respect the
Sparrow.
uniform.
Listen, perhaps we promote Rezik.
How far down the chain of command is Rezik?
Well, he's one of the sergeants, of which there are roughly 24.
Do they report to Harkle?
That would be one hell of a battlefield promotion.
Right.
I don't know that he's got the recognition to sway the rest of the garrison.
But he's our man, right?
He is indeed.
Then
He's our man
perhaps
among
we
the
make.
troops.
Then perhaps
And
we promote Harkle, and we promote Rezik to level of captain or what have you underneath him.
Harkle's role.
Underneath, yeah, exactly. Harkle's previous role,
Right.
and,
But that
and we'll leave him in there to make sure that what
But
we
he
want
would-
gets done.
he would be leapfrogging both Krieger and myself and Killraven. That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, but Krieger's dead. Will be dead.
I'm sorry, Volras. I misspoke. Volras, Killraven, and myself are all captains. And,
Yes,
and
but
Yeah,
you
but
are
you guys
also
are-
captains. You're rangers. This is the City Watch. It's a different organization.
That's why we said, would this guy become a captain of the guard? And he said they wouldn't follow him. So if they won't follow him, then they put a guard in.
So they're
Well,
going to keep their.
obviously- Go ahead.
They'll keep their existing
Chain.
structure in place, and someone who has been loyal to us from the beginning, will get an extra promotion. I mean, that happens, right? Like, I'm not in the
Happens all the
military.
time in a coup.
But I'm saying,
Sure.
so like we're not upsetting the literal hierarchy. I mean, the next guy in line will be taking over the whole thing, but we will take a guy, give him preferential treatment. I damned if they like it. They're still going to have to follow orders. This guy will still be responsible for, the city watch. This guy will still be there to ensure that our will is done. And if we need to, we'll send in Thargrag, Erevan, whoever we need to scare him back into position if he's weak. Right, and then we just need eyes and ears to keep an eye on it and to make sure that he knows what we want. I think that could work. I don't.
Yeah, that's
So I like your plan, but forgive me, I've seen an assassination attempt of yours go awry in the past. What can you do to convince me that you'll be able to take out Krieger so that the line of succession will fall into your hands?
You'll know when he's dead, I suppose.
I suppose, yeah. He's going to have to die in soon, so you'll know by later today.
In the next few hours, as a matter of fact.
Captain Killraven, if you want a job done right,
you got to do it yourself.
Well,
Killraven, if you'd like to, you and I can, and we can even bring in Volras. The three of us can go and kill him ourselves.
As much as I would love to put an end to that bootlicking moron Krieger, again, he stands with no fewer than at least a dozen guards.
Oh,
trained.
I want to go then.
Well, I think my crew here with this dwarf and the elves and whatnot, a dozen guards, I think we'll cut through them like a hot knife through butter.
I can take at least 4.
Listen,
maybe 5.
Captain, I think that perhaps it is in your best interest not to go and attack this for the reasons you mentioned. In any assassination attempt, things can go wrong, as we've seen. The difference between what happened last time and what's going to happen this time is the necessity of our mission. Whereas before we had other things to attend to and really couldn't entrench ourselves in a drawn-out campaign for overthrow, at this point in time we don't have time to screw around. I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and I'm going to pull out the dragon phylactery. And I'm just going to kind of heft it there. And I'm going to say, you see, you may or may not be familiar with the Dracolich Dragotha, but I guarantee you this, he knows exactly where this is at all times, and he's trying to get it. He's also preparing.
Here.
What's that?
Why in the hell did you bring it here?
What was I supposed to do? Leave it outside the gates?
Leave it outside the gates?
So, my point being, I don't need to be here any longer than necessary. So this needs to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
I agree.
When we say we've got, did we mention the 30-foot Titan?
You did.
So that 30-foot Titan is actually going to fight Dragotha with us. But we had to make a detour here because of the situation has become so dire here at Carrack's Cross. So we need to get this this coup done and quickly.
We need to unify the city, and the city needs to help us fight against Dragotha as well.
Well,
listen, you have my support, but I just want to know that I'm not going to be sending my men and myself and endangering my family on a suicide mission.
No, this is not a suicide mission. The suicide mission would be staying loyal to Prince Siege.
If you can take out Krieger, you have my full support. I will endorse you and your band 100%. I will pull Volrath into our fold.
You will have to put that in writing?
Have your scribe draw
Done.
your declaration up. Have it signed and sealed. We shall return.
Yes, bring back proof that you have removed Krieger. Again, he is going to be
Thargrag, we're going to need his eyes, his nose, and his ears.
Krieger first? All right, let's go.
Can I just bring his head?
The rest is yours. If you want to bring the whole head back, that's fine. That's being very generous of you. I didn't think you were going to bring back that much. So I said we need his eyes, his ears, and his head.
I'll just carry it on my belt.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
time to
you
kill.
need a new drinking mug, right?
All right, it is time.
Drink
we,
from
we,
his
we
skull.
got someone to kill.
We need to go kill somebody.
Yes, it's killing time.
Finally, a fight.
It's killing time.
And I think we're gonna end it right there.
It's
There
killing
was
time.
a shit ton. You guys got through a fucking ton tonight, which is awesome. We got through everything except for Umbra. Yeah, but that's awesome. You got both the fucking captains of the watches. We got through all that. Stone did his whole speech with Sergeant Rezik. You guys did the whole Lashana thing. So fucking awesome. Yeah, we are ready to rock. There's shit is gonna hit the fucking fan next time. Holy fuck.
And for those of you who have literally been watching us for like damn near 3 hours now, it seems like.
They still
Was
watch.
non-stop talking with a couple dice rolls.
Yeah, right. We are a pretty heavy role playing crew.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. There's all sorts of intrigue. It's like Game of Thrones without the nudity.
Well, I can't take it.
And if depending on the audience base, no, we can't. We'll get kicked off of Twitch. Never mind. Anyways,
And that's only because our original dwarf is not here tonight.
yeah.
We do have hairy pussies, though.
If you guys who are watching this time, if you come back and so we play this game and we play a couple other games too as well, because we have several DMs in our crew that all play with us in one campaign, and then we all play in a different campaign with a different DM. They just kind of rotate it whenever they're available. So when we come back next to Everyone Dies, which we have been playing with a little bit more regularity lately because we're getting so close to level cap, and we want to get some characters to 20th level. I've never personally gotten a character from first level to 20th level in all my years of playing.
Watching us right now.
What's that?
There's nobody watching us right now.
Oh, I show 3 viewers.
I show 0.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I have bad information. I don't know.
Well, I think I'm one of the viewers because I'm.
Maybe you're one of them. Okay.
Oh wait, no, it does say 3 watching now. You're right.
Okay. Anyways, if you guys, if we come back next week or the week after, you'll see the exciting conclusion to what happens in Carrack's Cross.
I might be one of the viewers as well.
Yeah, you might be one of the viewers as well. Well, either way, I'm going to post the video, and it's going to be I've recorded it, so I can put it up on our page so that when people come back to look, they don't just see this. There's nothing happening right now, so
they can watch it.
Anyway, yeah, the next time
they have a spare 3 hours, but they're in quarantine, so what the fuck else?
Right? Why not? Fuck it, put it on in the background.
Yeah, you get nothing better to do. Just watch us act like idiots and play games.
So anyhow, next time we will have the exciting conclusion to Carrack's Cross, which is the build up to the Dragotha lair confrontation, which we know is coming after that, provided Dragotha does not surprise us with something unexpected in the meantime. Find out next time. Same bat time, same bat channel.
So the daughter has created a bar